In the ancient teachings of the East, the mind is often compared to a bird that cannot find a branch to land on. It flutters. It chirps. It sees a shiny object in the distance and flies toward it, only to forget why it started flying in the first place. This is the story of how we learn to quiet that bird. This is the story of how we reclaim our lives from the noise. Think about the world we live in today. We are the first generation in human history to carry a distraction machine in our pockets. Every notification is a pebble thrown into the still lake of your mind. Every ding is a command for the restless bird to take flight. But imagine for a moment what you could achieve if that bird finally sat still. Imagine the clarity. Imagine the work you could produce if your focus was like a laser, cutting through the fog of daily life. Today, we are going to look at a story of a young man named Aris, who lived in a time before smartphones, but who faced the exact same war within himself that you face every single morning. Aris was a woodcarver by trade, but he was a poor one. Not because his hands lacked skill, but because his mind lacked a home. He would start carving a beautiful eagle, but halfway through, he would see a squirrel run past his workshop. He would drop his tools, follow the squirrel, and by the time he returned, the inspiration for the eagle was gone. His workshop was filled with half-finished dreams. Half-carved wings. Half-polished bows. One day, Aris sought out an old sage who lived on the edge of the cliffs. Aris asked, "Master, why is it that I have the desire to create, but I lack the power to finish?" The sage didn't answer with words. He pointed to a small, brightly colored bird trapped inside a large wicker cage. The bird was frantic. It would fly into the bars on the left, then immediately dive toward the bars on the right. It never stopped. It never sang. It only struggled. "That bird," the sage said, "is your attention. You think the cage is your problem. You think if you had more time, or more money, or better tools, the bird would be happy. But even if I opened this door, the bird would fly until it died of exhaustion because it does not know how to rest." To quiet the noise, the sage told Aris he must pass through the 3 veils of silence. The first veil, the silence of the hands. This is where most of us fail. We cannot keep our hands still. We reach for the phone. We adjust our chair. We grab a snack we aren't hungry for. The sage told Aris, "For 1 hour a day, do nothing. Do not carve.